Hello and welcome back to part 2, the conclusion of the resin test. Okay, a little bit early start, but not to worry. Just a little bit of additional info for you. I actually managed to find some finger cots, as I've been told they're called, which are these little things here. They're like fingertip gloves. So instead of putting a full pair of gloves on, which can make your hands sweat and feel horrible, you just put these little finger cots on, and as long as you're not doing anything overly messy where your whole hand is going to get covered in whatever, these are really good for fine detailed work, or as in this case, demoulding the resin. I have checked, and the resin is hard. I let it go a bit more longer than 20 minutes to make sure that it was hard, because sometimes you can get a hard surface on the outside, but when you go to demould it, it's not quite set, so it becomes a little bit soft and pliable. But anyway, no worries. Let's just move that. Let's get ready to demould the first one. Now, unfortunately, this one did spill over, but gently push it from the underside, like that, and it peels out. Now, before we look at the actual moulding, yeah, there's quite a bit left over in there. Excuse me, so the moulding's not going to be that brilliant. Looking at it, the pigment adhesion to the side is really good. There were some bubbles and inclusions in the moulding, but that can be taken out by taking some better care and shaking the moulds to jump the bubbles to the surface. But I don't know if you can see. Let's trying to find a decent light. Don't know. It's up close. It does look just purple, which is nice, but it's not colour shifting the way I was hoping. So that may need to have further experimentation on it. Let's see if I can get another light closer up. Okay. Well, I would say that was a semi-success. I've learnt a few lessons now, obviously, to make sure that I don't overcoat the pigment in the mould. Okay, let's do the next one. Again, there's still some left over. These into the side. Oh, I must have missed a bit there. Don't know whether you can see that on camera. Yeah, there you can. I've missed a little bit just there. Again, the mould's got a bit too much pigment on it, so it's left some little indents in the moulding. I mean, maybe on hindsight what I should have done is, before I put the resin in, is tip the mould upside down and give it a gentle tap to knock out any excess, which is a little bit wasteful, but sometimes it has to be done. You can see that there is some excess on there because it's coming out on the gloves or the finger cots. Okay, let's do number 3. Okay, again, over powdered the mould with the pigment. Little bit mist along there. But apart from that, there's not too many bits missing on the actual face of the mould. It's just round the edges where the excess pigment was. Next one. That one looks a bit better actually. There's not too much excess pigment in there. Sides look fairly well covered. They could be better. On to the next. Ooh. This one's got a few more big bits missing, especially around this edge. Nice sort of greeny, pinky colour. I'm not sure whether it's coming through on the camera or not. I have got an LED light on at the moment. This one's probably one of the best ones yet. A nice even colour on the face anyway. A little bit patchy on that side. Ooh, missed a little bit just there. But yeah, let's see if I can get it to do any shifting. Let's just turn on webcam light. You can see some of the colours in there. Just getting the right angle. And as you can see, it's really easy to pull out the mould. You just need to push it out. This is the first of the mica. There is a big sort of defect along that side, you can see it. And there. Let's have a look at that side close up. Yeah. So the sides on closer inspection aren't as good. One thing I have noticed on all of them is they are slightly curved. Let's see if I can show that on camera. It's only very slight. I don't know whether you can see that there. Not a very good picture. But it is very slightly curved. That's probably where the top, while it was in the mould, dried a little bit faster than the actual moulding face. And there is some sort of degradation of the coat around the outsides. Trying to... yeah, it could be where there was too much pigment in. Right, let's have a look at this one. Yeah. Not so bad on the sides. But again, you can see the unevenness around the outside. Whoops. Sorry, getting used to this camera. So a little bit more practicing with the mica, I think. Okay, this one might be able to show you a bit better. Don't know. But can you see the way it's sunk down a bit? As I said, resin does shrink. Again, there is a bit of that surface difference. Not too bad on the gaps. I think that's probably one of the better mica samples. Oh, this is probably the worst one. Quite a bit missed there. I don't know about that, but the surface is definitely not good. Now that could be one of several reasons. As you saw, I took the mould straight out of the packet, so they could have been some sort of surface grease or contaminant on the mould. I think next time I'll give it a wipe with isopropyl alcohol just to clean it. Have a look at this one. So yeah. Let's move those out of the way. And the last one. Ooh, not too bad actually, looking at this close up. There is a little bit of pitting round that end and a tiny bit there, and there's a bit of surface deformation there. Obviously I didn't put any on the side because it is big chunk glitter. But I'm hoping you can see that. Okay, well there you go. Even though I didn't get the results I was hoping for, it's still a valid first test. You can see the difference between what I assumed was colour shifting, but I don't think they're truly colour shifting, and the micas. These look more like a pearl rather than a colour shift. It may just be that there's not enough concentration of the material on the resin, but never mind. The next test will be to, hopefully when I get some clear epoxy, would be to actually include the pigment in with the resin itself and mix it thoroughly, because here I coated the mould with the pigment and just left the resin standard. As I said before, this was not a casting resin, it was a laminating resin, so it has that orangey colour. So yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. You can see all the different colours, they actually look quite stunning from this angle. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this live, and I'll see you on the next one.